Good morning, students. Myself UK Singh, science teacher at ISL Monidi Dhanbad. Okay, today we will continue with the same chapter of class 7, that is soil. Okay, so we'll look upon some important points and experiments. So this includes absorption of water by soil. We all know that soil absorbs a certain amount of water depending upon the nature of soil, which is quite significant in determining the productivity of the soil or the chemical nature of the soil. Okay, so we will perform an experiment in this. So in this experiment, what you have to do, you have to take a plastic funnel and a glass tube, or even plastic tube can do. Okay, put the funnel over the glass tube. Now take a filter paper and just fold it over the funnel. Okay, now take some soil, okay, either garden soil or roadside soil, and put it in the funnel. Now take a certain amount of water, maybe 50 ml or 100 ml, and add to the soil which is kept over the filter paper, slowly, drop by drop, until the whole water is finally poured. Okay, now measure the amount of water collected in the measuring cylinder or the vessel. Okay, now the initial amount of water you have taken and the amount of water which is actually percolated and is deposited in the measuring cylinder, just subtract it. So this gives the amount of water which is actually percolated. So how can we calculate the percentage of water absorbed? That is, here it is in the book given initial volume of water and the final volume of the water. Initial volume of water which you have added slowly, and final volume of water which is written in the beaker, or you can say measuring cylinder. So the formula can be U minus V by 50 into 100. Okay, so this is and the 50 is the weight of the soil. So you can say 100 gram of soil, 70 grams of soil, measuring depending upon the quantity of soil you have taken. Okay, so depending upon the apparatus you have used, you can just adjust the volume and the weight of soil and water. Okay, but the percentage will remain the same. Okay, so here we have just understood about the concept of water percolation and percentage of water absorbed by soil. Okay, which is quite significant in various purposes like agriculture. Now soil and crops. We all know that crops are grown in soil only. Soil are different types. Soil consists of various microorganisms and nutrients, macro as well as micronutrients, which are required for the growth of plants. Okay, now whenever the soils are grown in the plant, the different kinds of crops need different kinds of soil. We have already studied that predominantly there are three kinds of soil. First one is the sandy soil, second one is the clay soil, and the third one is the loamy soil. Sandy soil consists of larger particle sand which doesn't retain water, or of a very less extent of water. It holds a very less amount of water. Then clay water, which holds a largest amount of water, and loam is just the intermediate between the clay soil and the sandy soil. For most crops and vegetables, loamy soil as well as clay soil are good. Okay, so clay and loamy soils are suitable for growing cereals like wheat, then you can say pulses. Okay, pulses. However, on the other hand, the clay soil are suitable for the production of paddy, that is rice. Why? Because it needs more water. So depending upon the amount of water that is required by a particular crop. For example, you can say crops such as millets require very less amount of water. So you can say the loamy soil are suitable for them. Okay, crops which require very less amount of water, then what you can say the loamy soil will be ideal for that kind of crops. Okay, so Therefore, the amount of water that is retained by the retained by the soil is quite significant in determining the productivity of various kinds of crops. Okay, we all know that due to this we are taking unable to take the offline classes. Okay, so it will not be possible for me to deal with each and every topic. Okay, or you can say the supplementary topics that is given. Okay, so we will just discuss about the important points of all the chapters. Okay, so another important point that is mentioned in the last part of the chapter is a term called humus. So what is a humus? Humus is black amorphous layer. It is actually blackish or grayish amorphous layer which is present in the top of the soil. Okay, and it is actually the humus which contains all the macro and micronutrients required for the growth and development of plants. Now how does this humus is formed? So humus is formed by the degradation of organic molecules. Okay, it consists of macronutrients and NPK, calcium, potassium, magnesium, copper, this kinds of substances which are required for the growth and development of crops. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, humus in general is not visible in garden or in croplands. It is basically visible in that part of the soil which remain undisturbed for years. Like even in a garden, if it is undisturbed for few years, then you will find the layer deposited over it, or in bewildered like in forest, but not in a what you can say cropland or agriculture field, because it is continuously soil has been tilted for growing multiple kinds of crops. Thank you. After you got the video, the link will be open for all of you to ask your doubts. Thank you.